Hello everyone, this is me Biraz Gautam. Welcome to MMA Weekly Bite, and it's our first episode. Today we'll be talking about UFC 296 and all the other upcoming events in early 2024. We also talk about one of the biggest card to be ever done by UFC, that is UFC 300. So stay tuned for that news as well. And of course, last but not least, we'll also talk about MMA Nepali community. So let's start the show. At first, let's talk about UFC 296. This card was headlined by Leon Edwards and Colby Covington. So talking about this card, let's move on to one of the fight that was supposed to happen, but it didn't happen, between Vicente Luque and Ian Gary. Vicente Luque is also one of the great fighter, and Ian Gary is this new upcoming Irish fighter. Irish definitely Ireland is famous in UFC because of Conor McGregor as well. And Ian Gary has been doing awesome in his records. He has been finishing many of his opponents, and also he has been in his spotlight due to the recent thing about he keeping his wife's name, and MMA community, especially Colby Covington and Sean Strickland was roasting him for that. Okay, anyways, if you wanna check it out, his next fight is gonna be between him and Geoff Neal, who is Geoff Neal is 8th number at welterweight, and similarly Ian Gary is at 10th welterweight. So check it out, check it out his fight. Okay, so let's move forward. Moving forward, let's talk about Tony Ferguson versus Paddy Pimblett. I mean, Tony Ferguson is definitely one of the greatest fighter ever to fight in this UFC. But man, he's getting older, and he's in multiple fight loss streak, right? So I don't know what's future for him. And Paddy's UFC wanted to make him new upcoming superstar, though he had some controversy in his last fight. Let's see. I mean, though he lost, Tony Ferguson lost with Paddy Pimblett. Though even still, Paddy Pimblett is still not in a ranked in the ranked division of lightweight. So let's see what's future for Paddy and who he's gonna fight in his next fight. And also, I don't know what's gonna happen to Tony Ferguson. Is he gonna retire? And let's see. If Dana is Dana White gonna give him another chance? Let's see. So let's move forward. We had amazing card. We had an amazing fight in this card as well. That is Safkar Rakhmonov versus Stephen Wonderboy Thompson. I mean, Safkar is a pretty much good fighter. He has been finishing all his opponents in the past. And Stephen Wonderboy is one of the striker of this UFC. I mean, he's a really good striker, right? But Safkar, did what he was supposed to do. He finished Stephen Wonderboy, and Safkar is the only man to submit Stephen Wonderboy Thompson. So let's see what's the future for Safkar and what's the future for Stephen Thompson. So co-main event was between Alexandre Pantoja versus Brandon Royval. And in this fight, I think it's their second fight, and there's a 5 round of action. Both guys were tired, but they did their best until the 5th round, and we had the winner, the same winner as before, that is Pantoja. I don't know what's for future for the flyweight division. I mean, is Pantoja gonna fight our Brandon Moreno again? I don't know. Let's see. And also, we also have some interesting fighters in the flyweight division. We have Manel Kape and our Kai Kara France. Let's see what's the future for flyweight division as well. Anyway, moving forward, let's talk about the main event, that is between Colby Chaos Covington versus Leon Scott Edwards. I was really hyped for this fight. I was really excited for this fight. Everyone was excited for this fight because Colby had this kind of last chance to get that title shot. I mean, he had incredible performance. He and Kamaru Usman did well, great job. Everyone liked the both of their fights, man. And everyone expected Colby to go with his full cardio and full wrestling, but he couldn't do that. He couldn't do that great, And even Leon Edwards, he kind of did his striking in the first couple of rounds, but he didn't tend to finish the fight, effectively. Like for the fan, it was definitely a boring fight, right? And of course, if Colby Covington did in the earlier round what he did in his 5th round, then he might have a chance. He would get the title, but he didn't go for it. Maybe definitely there was a risk from Edwards getting him knocked out, so he played safely. And now let's see what's future for Colby Covington. I mean, what's future for Leon Edwards? Is he gonna face middleweight champion, or is he gonna face Islam Makhachev lightweight lightweight champion? And what's future for Colby Covington? I mean, in the press, in the after-fight press conference, he called out Stephen Wonderboy Thompson. But as a fan, I would definitely love to see, Colby Covington versus Safkat Rakhmonov. And so for Leon Edwards, is Dana gonna give him Belal Muhammad or Safkat Rakhmonov? Let's see. So moving forward, let's talk about UFC 2024. I mean, what do you think? What's gonna happen in this year? Are we gonna see the same champion as this year, or are we gonna see different faces for the champion next year? Let's see. Let's talk about 3. Okay, first, moving on to main pay-per-views, let's talk about one of the main events that we should talk about. One of the fight nights that will happen on Jan 20, and it's between Magomed Ankalaev and Johnny Walker as a light heavyweight division. These guys fought before, and due to illegal knees by Magomed Ankalaev, the fight was called off, and there was a doctor stoppage. And our boy Johnny Walker replied that when the doctor asked him where was he said in the middle of the desert. Okay, he was right. He was in these guys are fighting Abu Dhabi. But I mean, if he said that we were in Abu Dhabi, definitely that doctor would let him fight. But the fight was off, so we'll have the rematch. So I'm really excited for this. I hope you guys are excited as well. I mean, these guys are really threat to light heavyweight division. I mean, Johnny Walker is coming back, and Magomed Ankalaev is one of the good elite wrestlers of this division, right? And he's also a good striker. And also, Magomed Ankalaev can be considered unlucky because in their last fight and in his last before this fight, he was fighting with Han Blachowicz, and that fight also many of the fans thought Ankalaev won the game, but it was considered a draw. So let's move forward. So don't forget to watch this fight. It's gonna be epic fight, definitely. So moving forward, talking about the 3 men earlier events, okay? That is UFC 297, Sean Strickland, Dricus du Plessis. We have Alexander Volkanovski versus Ilia Topuria. And we also have Sean O'Malley versus Marlon Vera. And UFC 299. Let's talk about these cards briefly. So at first, let's talk about Sean Strickland and Dricus du Plessis. I mean, this fight, the middleweight. Are we gonna see the new champion? I mean, Sean Strickland shocked the world after he defeated Israel Adesanya. Dricus du Plessis, I mean, he knocked out Robert Whittaker. He's a big man in middleweight division. I mean, this fight is gonna be epic. Are we gonna see the new champion? What if the new champion comes and we have Israel Adesanya left, right? We have Khamzat Chimaev also coming there, right? Actually, Khamzat was supposed to be here, but due to his injury, I think it was surgery, he couldn't be here. So let's move forward and let's see who's gonna win this middleweight championship. Talking about UFC 298, Volkanovski versus Ilia Topuria. I mean, Volkanovski is coming into this fight from his last loss to Islam Makhachev, a brutal knockout to his head, kick to his head. I mean, and he also talked about his mental health problems. I mean, will that fight affect him mentally? Let's see. I mean, everyone is thinking Ilia Topuria is really a tough challenge for Alexander Volkanovski. And also we have another amazing fight at this card, that is Henry Cejudo, former double champ, versus new cardio machine Merab Dvalishvili. I mean, the way Merab Dvalishvili fought with Peter Yan, that like his takedown, like more than 40 takedowns, and his insane cardio, and also that we know how good Henry Cejudo is. So this fight is gonna be epic as well. And these fighters, I don't know. I mean, if Merab does something magical, he'll definitely be a big threat to this bantamweight division also. So don't forget to check this fight as well. So let's move forward. In the same card, we have Robert Whittaker versus Paulo Costa. Many of the fans were waiting for this fight. It was cancelled like the time before, but hopefully we get to see this fight, and like it's gonna be like one of the good fights for the middleweight division. So UFC 299, Sugar Sean O'Malley versus Marlon Tito Vera is their second fight. At first fight, Sean O'Malley was knocked out in the first round by Marlon Vera. So from that time, Sean O'Malley has improved a lot, definitely. So can he still be champion, or he's gonna lose to Marlon Vera? Let's see, only the time will tell us. Let's move forward. In that same card, we also have now new upcoming heavyweight Zailton Almeida, and he's gonna fight against Curtis Blades, one of the experienced fighters, definitely in the heavyweight division. Can he come strong after his last loss to Sergey Pavlovich? Let's see, this fight is gonna be epic as well. So don't forget to watch this fight as well. UFC 300, one of the biggest card, or let's say the biggest card ever that will be done by UFC, coming April 13, 2024. So let me tell you something about this card. So one of the biggest superstar of the UFC, that is Conor McGregor, can be seen on this card. I don't know who he's gonna fight. I think he's definitely gonna fight Michael Chandler. I don't know. Let's see. It hasn't been confirmed yet, but definitely Conor will be back in this biggest card. And also, come on, we may have Islam Makhachev versus Justin Gaethje, or Islam Makhachev versus Charles Oliveira 2. Let's see. Or we may have Charles Oliveira versus Arman Sarukian. I mean, the new, like, upcoming, fighter, like in top 5 lightweight division. I mean, this card is like already blowing everyone's mind. I mean, just Conor McGregor, Islam Makhachev, Charles Oliveira, Justin Gaethje, Arman Sarukian. That's not it. Let's have some patience. Let's move forward. We might also have Hamzat Chimaev versus the last style bender, Israel Adesanya. There's a rumor out there, guys. There's a rumor out there. Let's see. The biggest card of the UFC. Let's move forward. We may also have this thing, Alex Pereira, who was middleweight champion, who came to light heavyweight, who became light heavyweight champion, now who is planning to move to heavyweight division to fight Tom Aspinall. Definitely one of the good heavyweight ever. Like the last fight we saw with Sergey Pavlovich, incredible performance by Tom Aspinall. I mean, if this fight is gonna happen, UFC 300 is gonna be just imagine all these fighters that I mentioned before on the same card. Moving forward, we might also have Hiri Prohaska versus Alexander Rakic. I think this fight has been confirmed. I guess this fight is already confirmed. Alexander Rakic, who is from light heavyweight, he was injured in his last fight with Han Blachowicz. Now his comeback is against Hiri Prohaska, the former light heavyweight champion. I mean, Rakic needs no joke. He was like a upcoming superstar, but due to his injury he was out and people had started forgetting. But no, but we'll definitely see Hiri Provatska against Alexander Rakis. This card is just getting intense. Let's move forward. Another threat to middleweight division, Bo Nickel, one of the best wrestler ever to compete in UFC. Yes, you heard that right. Bo Nickel is the new superstar in the middleweight division. Everyone wanted to see him fight Khamzat Chimaev. He's considered one of the greatest wrestlers ever, and we'll also be able to see this man on that card. Last but not least, we also have former champ Aljamain Sterling, but this time he'll not be fighting at bantamweight, he'll be fighting at featherweight. He'll be having his debut at featherweight division. This man is big, and let's see to the former bantamweight champ what impact can he do in this new division. So finally, we are here to MMA Nepali community. We'll be talking about Rabindra Thaat versus Ismail Khan at ONE FC. This fight was supposed to have the contract of $100,000. Both fighters came on 6 wins. They both had 0 losses. At first round, Rabindra Thaat had a beautiful takedown, good knee to the body, and also he took him down with double leg. There was complete domination by Ismail Khan at the second round, and in third round, there were like 1 minute 38 seconds to the last round. With a nice twist, Rabindra had a chance. I mean, he was like locking Ismail Khan to the ground, and he was hitting with multiple knees to the body. He had a chance, but at last, ultimately we had the winner, Ismail Khan, from the unanimous decision. That's it, guys. Thank you for watching the video. We'll see you next time.